Well, hello everyone in Italy at the Festa di Lettori. It's my pleasure to be speaking to all of you today, all the way from Bangkok, Thailand. My name's Willard Bogart, and I'm an electronic music composer, sound artist, researcher, and many other different things, exploring the world with sound. What you see, I have the Buddha, standing Buddha, over my left shoulder, and the Lo Ching Cha, the giant swing, over my other shoulder. The green Tara is behind me, and this is this is my COVID studio. So we were all like in a new world. The pre-COVID days are just hard to imagine, and adjusting to the restrictions that have been put upon us, and the kind of conscious awareness that we need to prevent contracting a virus that can eliminate us is not a very comforting thought. So I thought I'd make a little presentation on what it's like to be living as a sound artist in a pandemic world, and what you can do with it. Coming up with I think ideas these days, we're using the online elements. I have been participating a great deal in webinars and lots of Skyping, and I think Google meetings and Zoom. And it's been kind of like difficult to relate to a camera all the time, but slowly, with all the the webinars, you watch people. We watch one another. The ultimate Facebook, I suppose. But I'm coming today to talk about one of the pieces that I did this year. Actually, this year. Maybe the idea occurred in 2019. But I think most of the work was done under the COVID environment. And it's called The Electric Well. And it was in one of the pavilions in the Rong Biennale called In Absentia. And it was very nice to be in that with other artists. So if, before I talk about it too much, I just, this is what it looks like. If you go to Google, you can actually see a video that you get to look at before you actually get involved with the electric well. And what you're seeing is sort of in your mind we have ideas. So I thought I'd put these letters in a fishbowl, and you hear the electricity and everything like that. And then, after the electricity, there are going to be some, the matrix comes. The world that we live in now is this matrix configuration. And then, after that, we jump into this very strange world of morphing and multiplexing and combining different kinds of ideas and music. And it seems to be going quite all over the world. And that's kind of like just a way you can just go to Google and type in the electric well. So the electric well actually became, initially it was an idea to how to represent nature and how to be creative with nature. And the well is actually the earth, and all the water that comes from the heavens and the clouds fills the earth. And then it rains, and electricity gives life to the earth and upwells the trees and all the plant growth. And new ideas and new growth was something that I was trying to put together with some of the insights that you can read about in the directions of how to go about playing the sounds that are on the electric well. So basically, it was a collaborative artwork. Basically, I wanted to see how I could bring together many artists from around the world and put them in the well, so to speak. But the thing was, everyone that added a piece of music, electronic music, or a new kind of music based on what they had seen within the on the video, asked all the artists to submit an MP3 file, and it would be placed. I'd have to read this. It would be placed in one of 12 positions, I suppose you could say, and they were words. And I'll just read them 1 through 12, 1 through 10. Excuse me, 1 through 10. So they could be, the sounds could be placed in emergence, fluctuation, transformation, entanglement, becoming, symbiotic, the symbiotic self, organizing, xenolinguistics, and encapsulate, and creativity. So these are, anyone that had made an MP3, they could decide, where they would want their sounds to be put in. I think I can give you an example of that. I mean, if you go, let me see, if we scroll down, if I just show you, you scroll down a little bit, you can see all the artists' names here, and they put an MP3. So if I touched emergence, so to speak, this is done by Alexei Grankowski, and Alexei Grankowski is from Russia. And I just hit the arrow on that. And then when you hit the arrow, the sound plays, and it's supposed to be playing. It's just probably loading. So there's Alexei with his very, very innovative kind of sound. And there are many other artists on here, too. I mean, there's... another one, Luigi Rodeo from Italy, and Abe King is from the USA. Ex Silentio is from Italy, and Igor Vasiliev is from Russia again. And there are just many different types of things. And we have Marcus Buehler from MIT. He does protein kinds of sound. So we just hit on that for Marcus, and you can hear Marcus's sound, which is coming out of the speakers. He makes protein sound. So you get to hear different kinds of sounds that the artists were making, and included them in their compositions. So we had a chance to look at all the compositions. So that's kind of like one way of having an idea. In solitude, really, because we're all in our own spaces, and what kind of moods we're going through, and maybe innovative ways that we could make other people play the sounds and have some ideas about the collaboration of sounds that all the other different artists are making. I think being sort of like in lockdown. I don't like the word lockdown, but we have lockdown, we have confinement, isolation. The worst is jail and imprisonment, and but whatever the word we choose, we're confined. And if we have an outlet, then which we do. I mean, this is more of I'm being more active with the recording this on a Logitech C920 using the microphones that are in that. But and it's a way of actually trying to communicate with you and suggesting that I am one of these COVID cases, I guess you would say a COVID case, and trying to reach out with some artistic ideas where you connect people from around the world. Now, each one of the words, if once the artists have, all the artists, say we had 10 artists in these 10 categories, then the word, then you make a sentence. So you can make actually a sentence with the sounds. And then you can sort of hit number 5 and number 7, or you can hit 2 and 3, or you can hit them all at once. It may be cacophonous to play all the sounds at one time. So there's a deeper meaning, and I think the other thing that's kind of like a very interesting in doing something like this for the very first time is that the artist writes, and I think it's a way. I found that it was a way for other people, to giving other people an expression, so other people can contribute. There's a platform, or you could call it a gallery, but it might be an audio gallery or something like that. But you get into a very close relationship with all the artists, and you talk to them, and they talk back. And some are kind of like shy. Maybe they don't want to present all their sounds out into the world. So we're actually in a world where we're trying to reach out through our new tools of online social media, and I think we can have some larger ideas about how social media and ideas can be helpful to the world cause. I mean, there's a lot of causes that we can participate in, but as an artist also can participate in these causes. But I'll give voice to the cause I'm working with, which is making sounds that affect our conscious mind. And so many of the sounds that I make are sonified sounds from the human body, and sonified sounds from quasars and outer space, and combining the micro sounds of the human body with protein structures, using different kinds of instruments that play amino and proteins to make sound in outer space. So I'm very much involved in an interstellar kind of space, and then trying to share those ideas with other people. So in all, I think to be confident with the space that we're in, and it's an opportunity to kind of like look, if it will look inside. I mean, it's kind of hard to look inside, but or we say go inside, or what, your deeper self. I mean, it's kind of like you have to jump into your body or something, or jump into your mind or something. I think COVID has forced us to consider who we are, maybe, or try to find out if there can be any expressions that we haven't dealt with before, because we don't really have the mobility, the physical mobility that we used to have. So we're kind of locked into this this mental world. I think you would say. So writing and music and many other forms of expression are now just now we watch them. I tend to watch a good many artists all over the world. So I encourage these kind of like interactive kinds of things. And I'm looking also for new ways that I can find expression and just put it into this new digital world that we live in. It's a virtual world. I mean, I've done the craft world. You can have your own Second Life. You can go into these avatar worlds, and there's even the VR world, and there's many different new worlds, I think, that are opening up. And the one I think I've been exploring is the sound going out into the world itself. So I think the electric well, I mean, easy to find. Just type in those two words, and it's a real pleasure to be talking to everyone in Italy. I like the idea of the literati. I like to say literati, but those of the letters, those of ideas, those that are trying to find expression for who we are today in a very different world. So, I mean, I'll leave it with that. It's just a short introduction, and I hope the rest of your conference goes well. I would love to be there. Maybe none of you are there. You're all looking at it on a screen. I'm not sure. But I have that to offer you. So hope I can meet with you again sometime if invited, or you have something like that. I think these are really new we're living in a new world, and we're experiencing new ideas. So it's all quite new for all of us, I think. And I just think we jump in and see what we can share and gain with our ideas, and hopefully we can make a better world with all our art and all our ideas. Okay? So thank you very much. Willard says thanks, and I'll hope to see you again. Bye-bye.